Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hello Dave with Down to Earth Astronomy. It is Monday, and that of course means we're going to be looking at what's going on with Elite and here on the channel. First of all, there was a rather interesting article posted last week from Wccftech. The article was written by Alicio Palumbo, I think. I probably butchered that, so sorry for that. The interview was with Chris Gregory, who's art director at Frontier, as well as Luke Benetton, who's a game designer at Frontier. This article was actually this interview was actually quite well researched, it seemed. I don't know if the journalist actually plays Elite or just really did their research well, because there was a lot of questions that I would say it's not just like the standard like, what are you looking forward to in Odyssey? What is coming? Kind of, it went a little deeper and asked questions related to VR, ships interiors, and also whether there's going to be any improvements to the netcodes. The majority of these questions were the standard, we can't tell you much right now kind of answers, but there was a few of them that were rather interesting. First of all, when asked whether there would be any weather patterns coming with the new atmospheric flight, like storms, rain, that kind of thing, the answer was not at launch. The idea was that the planets have such a thin atmosphere that we're not expecting to see these strong weather patterns. And I don't believe it's because Frontier can't do it. I mean, they've already done some kind of lightning storms with the Lagrange clouds, so they clearly already have something similar like that. I think the reason why we're not seeing it is because it would require them to make like flight models for the ship, how they would handle in high winds. You would expect the ships to handle differently, and I guess they have to make different flight models for the different ships depending on their shape or stuff like that. I mean, I would expect something like an Anaconda to drop like a brick, but maybe some of the Imperial ships would fare slightly better in atmosphere. But now that we're looking at only thin atmospheres, that is something that they are probably I would guess, now I'm just guessing, that they will probably not introduce any like flight models for the individual ships, but at least we know that the weather patterns is not something that we're going to see at launch with Odyssey. Another thing they were asked was regarding crossplay. I know a lot of you guys have been talking about it. I see a lot of talk about it on the forums, on Reddit, those kind of places. And the answer here was that currently there are no plans for crossplay in Elite Dangerous or Elite Odyssey. Unfortunately, no crossplay other than what's already in the game, it seems, with Odyssey. I'll make sure to post a link for the article in the description if you want to go and dive into some of the other questions. And here just highlighted some of the more interesting answers. Now, there's been something weird going on with both the Elite Dangerous Twitter, but also the official Frontier Development's Twitter account. They have, over the last couple of days, they've posted some weird pictures of like a cartoonish drawings of a lab, saying that something weird was going on. And they would then post new pictures, and like a small story would gradually progress. And there was a lot of talk back and forth whether this was Elite related because it was retweeted by the Elite account. Talk back and forth. Now we know as part of the Gamescom reveal that this is 2 new games coming out from Frontier. One's called Struggle, which is like a 2D, almost like a rage game where you have like a weird like creature thing with 2 arms that you then have to go and complete various tracks. And the other game is something called Lemnis Gate, I think. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. Which Frontier is described as a turn-based combat strategy FPS with time loops. So there's some timey-wimey first-person shooter game that's somehow turn-based. I don't know if it's like I don't really know the premise of the game. I haven't done too much into it, but at the very least, I must say that promotion campaign was done very, very well. I mean, everybody was talking about it. Everybody was speculating, what is this? What does this lead up to? I myself went back every day to see if they posted a new picture and how the thing evolved. Whoever did that campaign, good job. It definitely got people talking and definitely got the word out about those 2 new games coming out from Frontier. Next, I have something that's a bit more on the personal side. For those of you who've been sticking around with the channel for the last at least half year, will remember that back in March, I was supposed to get married, but human malware put a very effective stop to that. We rescheduled, And the wedding is on Saturday, so at the end of this week. This means that next week there might be a reduced number of videos, and will probably not be any live stream either next week. I can't tell for sure how the week after that is going to look. I always create my videos 1 week ahead of time, meaning that the videos for this week we have just started, they're ready, uploaded, and good to go. But obviously, as this is the week leading up to the wedding, I am going to be spending more time getting ready for that. The live stream tomorrow should be okay. I think I still can, that should still be fine, can find time for that. But next week, there will probably, or most likely not be any live streams. And videos, there may be reduced number of videos if I can't manage to get enough videos edited, rendered, and uploaded. We're talking about the live stream tomorrow. Now, I think the plan for tomorrow is to go and take my replacement ship for the Anaconda. You might remember like a few streams back, I think it's 2 weeks ago now, I wanted to rebuild a ship that could replace my current camera Conda for something different, and we come up with something that was quite good. And I'm beginning to do the actual build. I haven't done any engineering on it, but I have all the materials now that I need for it. So I think what we'll do on the stream tomorrow is to run around and get those modules engineered, so we can begin to see how the ship will perform when it actually has its engineering upgrades on it. I'm really looking forward to getting this ship up and running, since again the Anaconda has been my main ship for, well, I don't know how long now, and I'm really looking forward to a replacement for that. And of course, as always, the stream will be here on YouTube as well as on Twitch, and it will start at 7 o'clock in-game time tomorrow. I hope I'll see you there. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.